go to one town. We're looking for another location. So somewhere in this town, they know where this other place is. So here, let me look. Yeah, here we go. So we don't know where Poco Kohora is. So that's why we're here in Tikawara to figure out where that is. Right. And we were going to leave this bounty till later. Okay. Okay. Find out what happened. Okay, cool. And I put my party... Oh, yeah, that's right. Man, it's amazing what you kind of misremember when you haven't played in a couple days. Once again, I know I've said this a million times. I'm almost done with my move.
I am saying.
Alright. The dwarf himself, with a dish rag. His face is dark and shiny with exertion. Or, fans himself with a dish rag. Okay. Sweat colors wide crescents on his shirt. He looks at you like a drowning man would look at dry land.
Weeks I've been stranded here. The Valiant Trading Company sends no one. Unless...
He squints at you, dabbing his brow fiercely with a corner of the rag. Stranded? This is a settled island.
By whose standard do you call this settled?
By anyone's standard? With an ancient swallow, he glances over his shoulder at a sleepy, ramshackle village. His gaze darts from one grass-thatched hut to another, as if expecting some unspeakable horror to emerge. I'm not going to say anything.
I only tarry here because my shipmates went to Pococohara to search for Luminous-Adra.
Okay. He brushes an insect off his sleeve. Could you please tell me where that is?
I worry that Ruano, the local chieftain, gave Captain Bez and my crewmates a false lead.
He knots the rag in his hands, pulling it taut. Why would he do that?
Why would I go bobbing for reason in shark-infested waters?
He waved his rag like a handkerchief.
Ruano was the last to speak with the captain before she set sail. He squats in the hut northeast of that pitiful market.
He nods toward the gloated hull of his ship.
I would have joined her, but my stomach... something did not agree. Now it is weeks since they should have returned. I'm only the galley cook, not a search party.
He nurses his stomach and winces. Vector isn't a Valen name.
Argrun. My grandparents gave up their nomadic ways when they moved to the Republics.
Argrun? A name denoting any of the nomadic tribes of the mountain dwarves. Okay.
But I see the appeal of staying in one place, one safe place.
He dabs at the back of his neck and glances around. I'll keep an eye out. Maybe they found something interesting.
Agrasima, this is hope to my ears.
He sighs and bows stiffly.
Payment is assumed with the company. They are quick to buy what they do not have.
He nods, the first sign of relief showing in his red-rimmed eyes. What has you on edge?
When we landed on Tikawara, the chieftain gave us a welcome feast for the dukes. We feasted, danced, drank, and slept, only so we could feast, dance, and drink more.
The ghost of a smile flits across his face. You were awfully busy for a man claiming to be ill.
Perco Planconet, music and ale are medicine for the soul.
He pats a hand over his heart and gives a sheepish look.
Even so, they did nothing to soften Anaharu. He said we had come to rob and plunder. He and Nairi turned the villagers against us.
He wipes a fresh revolt of sweat from his temple.
Did you not come to plunder? Akira, I misunderstood your mission.
He flinches back at Tikiharu. Tikihu. I don't know why I want to add the R in there. I want him to be Tikiharu, but he's not. He's Tikihu. Or Tikehu. Tike? Yeah, it's Tikehu. Okay. 3 days. I can't even remember this game. His eyes wide with alarm until he clears his throat and focuses back on you.
After that, we slept on the boat and took turns watching the shore. Except for me. I had to rest and recover, of course.
He coughs.
But in the early hours, our lookouts Soruano and Anaharu disappeared together.
Go on.
No one from the village approached us all day. And by the afternoon, only Ruano returned. Now no one here will even talk of Anaharu. Suspicious, no?
Perspiration gleams on his forehead.
Our captain was eager to leave before the winds changed again.
You mentioned Neri?
The priestess. She imagines me in the jaws of our fish goddess. I know it.
He fans himself even more rapidly.
She lurks in the shrine next to that awful statue. I cannot stand her wicked looks, but if she does not scare you, then maybe you talk to her.
Alright, I need supplies.
The captain left all but the essentials with me. I have sustained myself trading with the villagers. Ekosi, but I'm almost out of ale.
He gives you a weak smile and shows off his wares. I mean, he got infinite water. +5 ranged accuracy. Damn. How poor am I? I can afford it. Because even if he's not going to use it, we have like 1 million ranged characters. Anything else that I really want to get? We have Thrust of Veils, Lance, Arcane Dampener, Warm Slumber. Swordsman's Brace. Raises, that's kind of cool. Only one person to wear that, and she doesn't need it. Okay.
I must watch the supplies at the trading post. You will come to check on me, yes?
Sure. Is Captain's Eye again? Well, not flank. The wearer has resistance to perception afflictions. Okay. You're always flanked. Hey. Alright, this goes here.
Pamper me too much and I'll grow.
It is a bad omen to have a priestess so young. Age is no assurance of wisdom. Remember Anna?
Still your tongue. Amira's winds will surely carry your words.
Okay. So everything here is stealable. For some more named people.
Oh, filthy lizards. Even here I always smell them.
Whoa, who are we talking about? The woman stands outside the half-finished building, arms crossed, as if in protest of any shelter it might offer. She looks like she's scowling, but the scars on her face make it hard to tell.
An outsider in Tiquara? Who are you, stranger?
Didn't you just have outsiders here? Her hand strays toward a hide belt clenched tightly above her waist. I'm DeGauss, captain of the Defiant.
A captain? If you had sailed downwind of the island, you would have moved on, I say. I tell Renga Ruano that the stench of Tikawara will drive away friend and outsider alike. Do you smell it?
Poor Lagu Faith. Their odor suggests they're young, still hatchlings, and in distress.
The words of a skilled hunter.
She nods, impressed.
There is no food on this barren island that those monsters do not steal.
You want me to kill him? Her scars are like seams, tugging her face into a scowl.
Always they circle our village looking for weaknesses.
She shakes her fingers, making an argument she seems to have made many times before.
I pushed the cage with the young ones farther toward the beach, but I smell them even here.
No wonder they come here when the beach smells like a Lagufist hatchery.
Better to keep them under our thumb than sharpening blow darts, I say.
Hmm.
A week ago, I tracked the fish to Hoina Ravine, so I challenged the Mataru to a hunting competition. My mother's belt for the brood mother's head.
Greeting, she thumbs the hide belt slung over her waist.
It is not every day that newcomers land on our beaches. What say you show me how outsiders deal with Lagufath?
A little competition sounds like fun. I have to silence my new... I got a new phone too. Silence it. Okay. Hopefully that silences it. I'll consider it.
Keep your eyes and ears open. The brood is daring when the mother is close.
She taps the corner of one eye, leveling her gaze at you.
I'll have that fish woman's head mounted in my hut before long.
What are you doing with this shipwreck?
The Ranga wanted a trading post.
She glowers at the strange building, which appears to be part of scaffolding and part shipwreck.
He said it will bring more Valians like the sweaty dwarf. Then they will bring food and supplies and their sweaty money.
A shiver of disgust ripples across her face. Okay, back to my other questions. I mean, she obviously doesn't like outsiders. Can I buy some supplies?
Am I a Kuaru? Do I dirty my fingers with coins 1,000 hands have touched? Never.
She spits.
Go see the sweaty one, the dwarf. He washes his hands sometimes.
Alright, well, farewell. Okay, so Vector's here. Rongi. The Amma man seems lost in thought. His clothes are neat and clean, but he's tugging on the fringe of his sash, which he worried into a long, loose thread. He looks up at you, his bleary eyes suddenly sharp and alert.
What say? You are new to Tikawara?
He nods, looking up and down. What do you do here?
I weave baskets and mats, strong and soft, just as my mother's cousin taught me.
He smiles with real pride.
In the afternoon, I sell them here. Of course, all that I earn goes back to the Ranga first. This is prize share.
He rushes to add the latter part. On a term referring to distribution of wealth. Prize share?
Ikira, we trust in our Ranga to dispense our food, goods, and coin to the tribe.
Sounds like communism.
The Mataru get the best of all, and then the Kwaru. The Raparu share what is left among themselves.
Like a shitty form of communism.
Mukumu sees to it that Tamao is made an example of what breaking prize share looks like.
Groni frowns to himself. Well, farewell. Who's in the cage?
Quit your chirping. I have no fish for you. Full tides.
The fisherman lowers his head in greetings and wipes his hands on the sarong, which is modeled with fish guts. He doesn't meet your gaze. Why are those Legafiths caged?
Himwihi and the other Mataru found them when they explored the island.
He looks at the creatures with mingled trepidation and disgust. They bare their teeth in response, flies buzzing around their cloud gunk eyes and dull patches on their scale.
Said maybe we train them to build. And if the soil and sea are misers here, then we eat them.
He shrugs, scratching at his incurved belly. Yeah, didn't bother to take their spears away? Just thought... what can you tell me about Tikawara?
The high tide is stingy with fish, and the low tide even more so.
He points down to the beach, to a lonely rack strung with a few scrawny fish.
Well, the fish do not swim to you, brother? Strange.
Akira, for Ngadi does not bless us all equally.
Mikahu swallows and glances toward the sea.
What more you need?
Very well. Yeah. I guess it's not a spear, but still, he's got looks like a club. I feel like if you're gonna take something captive, you disarm it.
The village starves, and you hide Koiki.
Oh hey, dude, strung up.
Confess to Mao, or will you let good food rot?
The young warrior's forehead is furrowed with lines and beaded with perspiration. He stands over a man, bound to a pole.
Does mine look like a full belly, idiot? Question the rest of the Raparu. We all hunger.
Every word of the bound man emerges as agonized wheeze. He glares up at Makuma. Did they tell that to the voice actor?
Disgrace. Any other Raparu has worked 10 times in a day what you have in your life, and they do not complain.
The warrior pulls a dagger from his belt and thumbs the tip thoughtfully. Blinking, he turns to you wearing a bright, friendly smile.
Watcher, we can't just let this injustice stand. Do something, or I might.
Don't worry, I intend to.
You do? I mean, of course you do.
She grins big and brassy, unable to hide her happiness with you.
I say, this outsider speaks her mind like a Mataru.
He touches his chin and looks over at Jody, before focusing his attention back to you.
Another outsider. You visit Tikawara in hungry times.
Akuma sighs through his nose.
For what do you make of this hagfish, huh? Will Tamao confess if I tighten the ropes?
He gestures to the bound man. I take it he's done something wrong.
Pakeho caught this wretch stealing the last of the Koiki fruit. The tribe was to feast on it for a harvest ceremony. The Koiki will reveal itself when you can smell it from Nekataka, I say.
I stole no Koiki, but I wish I had. I would have hid it somewhere most unpleasant.
He bares his teeth in a defiant grin.
You hear this? A second chance we give, and Tamao throws it in our faces.
Akuma holds the blade level with tomorrow's heart. He's done this before?
Lied and stolen? Akira.
Want a term for agreement and emphasis. Oh.
When we have food, he takes more than he deserves. He steals baskets and pots, and even pilfered a spearhead from a warrior on the hunt.
Exasperated, Akuma mops his brow with the back of his hand.
I say there is no person in Tikawara who he has not wronged in some way. Maybe no person in the Deadfire.
So you have your guilty man. What's to be done?
Pakeho's word is enough to give Tamao over to the waves.
Akuma's face faces the beach and touches his brow.
Better to drown as an innocent man than starve with you fools.
Tomorrow spits, but without the forward momentum, it's a dribble on his chin. Gross. Akuma turns his gaze away, doing his best to ignore him.
Justice does not fill our stomachs or our hearts. It brings the gods no closer to ending this famine.
Akuma's hand strays towards the stomach. He glances out to the horizon. Look, if there's missing fruit, Senor Mittens and I will sniff it out, won't we? He blinks at you and Senor Mittens, with dawning comprehension.
Akira, you would do this? I say, our Ranga will dedicate the Feast of the Last Koiki to your name.
Taps you on the shoulder, leaving Tamao all but forgotten.
Until the Koiki is found, I will delight in prodding this stubborn eel for answers.
He touches the point of his dagger, his lips spreading in a broad grin.
You are free to question him in your custom, I say. And Peheko, he tarries often by the beach.
Okay. I'd like to know more about the village.
Then you must speak with the Ranga. His lodge is at the top of the hill, past the trading post. Nairi also knows much, but she is quiet ever since.
His eyes go wide. As he catches himself, he clears his throat.
Nairi, she tends the shrine in the northwest part of town, near the statue of Ngati. Yes.
He nods rapidly. So, what do you do here?
I am a warrior, like most Mataru. Can you not tell?
No. He poses, standing tall and flipping his blade in his hand.
We have little reason to fight on Tikawara, except when the fishermen drink too much of the dwarf man's liquor. But these are only small fights, not like it was on the island we left before, when the pirates, the slave...
His expression goes slack. For several seconds, his widening eyes stare blankly into something remembered horror. After a moment, he snaps back.
But what did I say? Ah, Tikawara does not give it abundance, but there are worse things, Akira.
Farewell. Alright.
Of a fish.
Traitor! Gatty's jaws will close around you!
Alright, so I think I'm looking for the dude down here. No, maybe. An abandoned kitty.
Sure.
Mary.
It's mine now.
Yay. Dried koiki fruit. Really, that was it? We didn't discover anything. We were just looking at... You just said go down to the beach, so I did. That was kind of stupid.
Yes. Hello. Whatever you need, I can help.
I found a bunch of koiki fruit buried by the shore.
Hidden from all the sand crabs and liars, I say.
Kua shows his teeth to Mu.
Akira, that is no work of mine. Though I want to see you lose a finger to the crabs, digging up the rest.
Tomoe laughs in spite of himself, his teeth red with dried blood.
I say I'm beyond finished. For this, I'll feed you to Ngati myself.
Kuma unseats his dagger and advances on Tamara. Is that really necessary?
With respect, it is not for you to question how I protect the tribe and appease the gods.
He turns a severe look to you.
Unless you think someone else is to blame.
I don't know who did it, but I'd like to investigate further.
For what do you meddle in?
Makuma trails off and sheaths his dagger with a hard slap.
Tomorrow goes nowhere. The gods are patient, I say.
Dismisses you with a steely-eyed look. Okay. That didn't solve anything.
For what do you linger here? The village is much too quiet.
Oh, where did... Alright, let's explore the rest of the village and maybe we can find somebody new who knows something about it. I'm gonna go into this hut. Maybe find somebody important.
I see your feet will not let you stay in one place.
His lean face has the pale, clammy sheen of a fish belly, but he forces a smile. Do you know anything about the missing fruit?
Only that Tamao was slept like a fat tortoise, while the rest of us chew on reeds to fool our bellies.
Rongi folds his arms.
Akira, no one could be less surprised. Tamao had this coming.
You don't seem particularly upset about it.
Guilty or no, being tossed to the waves is what Tamao deserves. I have no tears for him.
Okay, so this dude's super popular.
He complained until the Ranga gave him my finest mats, and then left him out for the sport of beasts. Let the gods sort him.
Rongi's lip curled back, but he holds his composure steady. I think I had other questions.
I do not stop you from asking.
Sure. What do you do here?
I weave baskets and mats, strong and
soft. Oh,
soft.
this is the guy that was down
Just
there.
as my mother's cousin
I was
taught
wondering.
me. In the
We already talked about this. I didn't realize you were here. I don't want you to go back down there because I want to know what's in here. Oh, who's this? Never mind. I guess we're not stealing from him.
Kehu, if you keep tugging on that, I fear you'll pull it clean off.
My tentacles enjoy a good tug. I try not to take them by surprise, after last time.
Wait, what? Okay. The bell's relief have been worn smooth in some places and crusted with a patina in others. We're talking about his hair, right?
I'll handle this.
The statue depicts a voluptuous woman with the head of an anglerfish. The paint is thick, as if freshly applied. Nothing hotter than a woman with the face of an anglerfish. All right.
Amir's winds blow bitter today, outsider.
Neri. Go talk to Neri. The woman is young, but serious manner makes her look much older. Her nose and ears are pierced in several places, and her mouth is twisted in a scowl.
So the foreigners now sent Huana to enslave Huana.
She sniffs, curling her upper lip back.
No one chains to Kehu, I say. Well, except Rabuna.
He rubs along his neck and smiles, the shallow mark of a collar standing out in his flesh.
Shameless clown.
She folds her arms and stamps her foot. Excuse me? Wait, I think we got off to the wrong foot. Yes, Captain of the Defiant.
For what do you say this? To impress me?
No, I'm just introducing myself.
You are no different from the last ones who came through.
She shakes her head, scowling.
Outlanders conquer us with ink and paper packs as well as blades. But they conquer us all the same.
She queries her stance and grimaces. I'm only looking for Poko Koharu.
Akira. That is what the last bunch said.
Yeah, I'm actually going to mess with the last bunch. She crosses her arms and glares.
Ruanu. He collaborates with the bottom feeders who went to Poko Kahara for Adra riches. I warned the Valians about Poko Kahara, but why listen to the ignorant Huana girl? Now I remain. They are gone. Taken by the curse.
Valians are some of the most skilled navigators in the world. They don't just go missing.
Poko Kahara was not for them. With Nagati's aid, the sea takes and gives in equal measure.
She raised her finger to her brow.
Dark clouds surround Poko Kahara, and in my dreams, they swallow us all.
She looks at the statue next to her. Her eyes brighten with intensity. If the Valens are gone, why are you in such a foul mood?
This brood of outsiders will not be the last. Others will follow. Like sharks, they are never appeased.
Are we sure sharks are never appeased?
That is for what we build this village. And for what he wasted half our stores of food feasting for them.
She crosses her bony arms and plants her big feet, all angle and determined.
If you go to Poko Kahara, I say the best thing is to destroy it for the tribe.
Her brow raises sharply as she studies your reaction.
I don't doubt your intentions, but isn't this a little rash? No offense, but you seem a little young to make this decision on behalf of your entire tribe.
He winces.
I am old enough to have seen the greed of foreigners, elf.
Yeah.
When Adra is gone, the Valians will dig somewhere else, leaving us to point our canoes toward more welcoming shores.
How do you expect me to destroy Luminous Adra?
If I knew, then I would go myself. Anything that is built can surely be destroyed, Akira. And the storms are proof of powerful magic at work.
So, because of what happened to Pillars of Eternity 1 when I didn't destroy one of the pillars, I think I'm going to destroy it.
Dispel this magic, banish it, whatever needs doing.
I will consider it.
I hope so. And we did not speak of this, Akira.
I hear that Anaharu also had a problem with outsiders. She winces as you speak the name. One hand strays to the coral crescent pendant. She forces it back down, pinning her hand beneath folded arms.
Anaharu was a tribe's priest before me. And he was my father. Before he challenged Ruanu to a trial of waves.
She sighs and takes hold of the pendant, gripping it in her fist.
But he was cast off. We are forbidden to speak of him.
Tell me about the trial of waves.
When there is an argument between leaders that cannot be answered, we turn to Nagati. Two challengers risk violent currents, beasts from the deep, and waves that would dash them against the rocks.
That sounds pretty dope.
The winner, if there is one, has Nagati's favor. The loser, living or dead, is forgotten by Nagati and the tribe.
A little rough. What does it mean to be cast off?
It means the tribe must forget him. The Ranga divided his possessions among the other Mataru, and now we do not speak of him.
He swallows, still looking away. Why did Anaharu challenge Rona to a trial of waves?
My father knew the traders are as dangerous as pirates and slavers, perhaps more, because they grow strong in Neketaka.
Her mouth becomes hardline. Her eyes for a moment look distant, dead.
So, when the expedition came, he begged Ruanu to send them away and move the tribe to another island.
Nabi knuckles pale as she squeezes the pendant.
Ruanu, he did not listen, and Anaharu was done talking.
I see.
My father knew the traders are as dangerous as pirates and slavers, perhaps more, because they grow strong in Neketaka. So, when the expedition came, he begged Ruanu to send them away and move the tribe to another island. Ruanu, he did not listen.
It just went in a circle.
Anaharu was done talking.
I see.
Anaharu goes to his next life, but forgotten, he goes to a different tribe.
You don't seem to think much of Rona's leadership.
He is our Ranga. My own great-aunt looked into his soul and declared him such.
Even as she says this, she hesitates, one hand clenching in a fist at her side.
I must respect him, even as he builds a village for our enemies.
Have you tried reasoning with him?
Akira, I have, and so did
She breaks off, looking down and frowning.
Anaharu. I must learn to stop saying his name.
I think we already know this. Are you the priestess of this tribe? She nods, one finger brushing the crescent pendant on her neck.
We worship the same gods as the foreigners, but sometimes with different names. This is Nagati, the trickster of the seas.
She points to the wooden statue. It's as smooth as an old piece of driftwood, and the sun-bleached and water-stained patches suggest years of travel from one village to the next.
You worship Gon same as I do, at least in Neketaka. But I'll admit I've never called Andra Ngati.
Kehu pinches his lower lip and smiles.
Foreigners know her as Andra. To us, there is no difference.
Very well. Okay. Interesting. We still didn't get directions to where we're supposed to go. That's kind of important.
Ruanu was wise to bring us here. A year, and still foreigners never attack.
But our food dwindles. Better to die fighting than starving.
Yeah, no. A seasoned Huano woman rests her elbow on a drum like it's the only thing keeping her upright. She pats the hide skin and the percussion no more effortfully than a sigh. What? She pats the hide skin, the percussion no more effortful than a sigh. The word. She opens her eyes as you approach. Winking, she crosses her arms and regards Takehu with a patient, expectant look.
Tiana, what a surprise. I say, I could not find you after your Ranga moved the tribe.
Steps forward and clasps her hand, smiling warmly. Olaf gives you a pained look. Chody puffs out a heated breath. They both think he's irresponsible. Okay. She pats his hand before calmly pulling away from his touch. Takehu blinks and clears his throat, looking elsewhere. I'm to guess, Captain of the Defiant. One of her eyebrows arches up with an unspoken question. She squints down at the dock and nods towards her boat. She touches her brow with 2 fingers, then she gives the drum a pair of playful taps. That may have been an introduction. Don't you speak? A deep, wrinkled scar traces excuse me. A deep, wrinkled scar traces a winding path down her neck. She tilts her head to the side and beckons you to look closer. The angle and shape looks like the mark of a boar's tusk. Ouch. She raises one finger and points down to a dried hoof knotted to her belt. Then she makes a gesture of pulling back and releasing a bowstring several times in rapid succession. Grinning, she snaps her finger and leans once more against the drum with a satisfied sigh. I don't think I should tap the drum. What do you do here? Exaggerated her movement, she yields her eyes and scans the horizon. Then she points off at a distance, kicks her legs up with youthful glee, and pretends to pound on the drum with wild, enthusiastic beats. She lets her hand fall to her sides once again. Oh, farewell. I guess we can talk to the chieftain now. Welcome. Namo huddles in close conversation with the warrior next to him. He whispers in low, stern voice. No sooner do you catch his eyes than he grins wide enough to stretch every muscle in his face.
Greetings, friend. Always an honor to receive guests.
He inclines his head and touches his brow. Dios, Captain of the Defiant, at your service.
I would shower you with the fruit of our harvest, but the season is unkind, I say. Pococahara is restless. Even from afar, the storms tear our bounty up by the root and chase fish to calmer shores.
He raises his hand to gesture to the east. His hand falls limply to his side. What is Pococahara?
An island not touched since the days of our ancestors. The Valians went to Pococahara for luminous Ardra, but their expedition does not return. As the storms grow wild, Tikawara dies around us. No traveler will land here if they are forced to eat their belts, I say.
He absently pressed his knuckles, worrying the blood from his fingers. I have some history with the old places that caused storm. I'll take a look. His eyes widen a little. The smile that creases his face seems, for the moment, genuine. Aloth nods, a quiet smile etched across his lips.
Here, this was a token passed down from the Rankas, said to come from Pococahara in brighter days.
Passes you a heavy length of copper shaped in a spiral. Copper Mazuma shell key. Okay, cool. Thank you, Rowana.
If you need aid, Himarihi's warriors need only someone to bark commands and they will go.
He raises his finger to his brow once more. I had questions about Pococahara.
Wind and sorrow are all that emerge from the ruins. Never answers.
Beyond the storm, is there any danger?
Ikira, we paddle our canoes the long way around Pococahara for a reason, I say. Another people lived among our ancestors and built a temple in the desert. Now there is only death.
Now that does tend to follow the Ingwithins.
But the Valians close their ears to my warning.
He shrugs, glancing away. Alright. There's other questions.
Speak on, friend. What say?
Tell me about your tribe.
Our village here is young still, but we will grow when the Valians come.
Takara, like an ingrown toenail.
For what does Nagati's chosen protest? Give Tikawara a chance to prove itself. That is for what we build many houses now, even a trading post.
He beams with pride.
We make Tikawara pleasing to the Valians. Then when they come for Pokokahara, they build their harbor here. They must.
He clears his throat. You don't seem to mind the Valian influence here.
Some tribes push foreigners away, but it is good to have powerful friends.
Brown briefly clouds his expression.
Powerful friends have a way of extracting costly favors, don't they?
They do. He gives you a sidelong glance.
If the Valians come, they will build an outpost here in Tikawara.
His gaze unfocuses like he's convincing himself of every word.
And then we will have more to trade with outsiders than just Rongi's mats. With coin comes protection, friendship.
He nods vigorously.
A favorable arrangement for both sides, I say.
Are you always this friendly?
I say that in Tikawara there is always a spot around the fire and...
A growl reverberates from the stomach of the guard standing next to Rana. Grimaces and places his hand over his belly as if to muffle the sound. The Ranga shoot him a withering glare.
And a koiki in every hand.
He turns back to you. He's all wide smiles and pleasantries again. Farewell. This village is dying. He thinks the Valens will save the village from death.
Does it ever trouble you, being so far removed from the rest of your order?
You gonna call me heretical too?
Of course not. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to pry.
I didn't mean to jump on you. I'm just used to being called names.
It's all right. I understand the feeling.
I could never eat a dwarf. For what?
Play along. I choose the belly, rich and fatty.
No sign of my shipmates on the horizon.
Farewell. How am I supposed to find out more about the stolen goods?
You need something?
Makuma says you caught Tama stealing Koki.
Ikira.
He pauses and stares at you with wide eyes.
Tamau was creeping around the drying hut where we stored Koiki for the ceremony, north of our Ranga's home.
Tips his head to gesture away, holding your eyes contact a while.
I grabbed Tamau by the wrist and dragged him to Makuma. We found all of the Koiki were gone. The snake brought this on himself, I say. Now Makuma will deliver him to Tangaloa's maw, where he belongs.
Did you actually see him with any of the Koiki?
Ikira, it is as I said. Tamau was near the Koiki hut.
He blinks at you. A bead of sweat rolls down his brow.
Stuffing his face, I say. And if he will not admit it in this life, he will pay in the next one.
You look awfully nervous, Pekehu. He opens his mouth to retort, but closes it and hangs his head.
It is said the gods piss on the souls of liars before sending them back to Aora as krill. Tamau stole no Koiki.
Detective work? Done. I wanted to either go detective work done or case solved, and I just mixed them together. This is what happens when I have a full day of work and then I do manual labor.
Kahopa must have made Tamau from sand lice, because he gives nothing to the tribe, only takes.
Did you steal the fruit?
No! Ikira, I did not do this. I provide for the tribe. Not like that louse Tamau.
He wrinkles his nose and looks away. Tamao isn't the one implicating an innocent man.
Tamao is as innocent as a skulking tadpole worm.
Mikhail spits forcefully to the ground.
He hates the tribe. Pity and charity fill his belly and shell pouch, and he has not strained a muscle to serve anyone but himself.
Mikhail balls his hands at his side.
Knowing this does not bring the Koiki back to the drying hut, but it will help to heal the tribe.
Would Makuma accept your retraction without Kawaki to prove it?
No. He wants the Koiki and the guilty. So do we all, I say. I cannot say if the true thief covered their tracks, since Makumu never looked for clues.
Mikhail shrugs and calmly brushes sand off his foot.
But the drying hut? Akira, in his sandals, this is where I would look.
Okay, farewell. I think the drying hut should be here. It's the drying hut.
Why not?
Slippery as an eel.
Forsaken cat? Oh, Chloe, hey.
I'll take care of this.
What's this? Fine sword. And Cora reads. It's the drying hut. So where's the drying hut? Is this it? This is the hut. This looks like a fishing hut.
Easy now.
They said it was north. Wouldn't it be like here-ish?
Quiet.
Let's head down here. Maybe we can get... Or let's head over here.
Yes. Hello. Whatever you need, I can help.
Mikhail was lying. Tomorrow didn't steal the fruit.
What say? But can who speak through a false blowhole?
Makuma narrows his eyes.
Prove it. Show me the real traitor.
I'll have to go get back to you on that.
Do not waste my time, I say.
Farewell.
You need something? The high tide is stingy with fish.
Man.
Let's keep quiet.
Seriously, like there are no clues or something around here where I found the fruit?
Leave it to me.
Nothing? Maybe this is the drying hut.
Part of valor. I'll handle this.
Like nothing on the rack though.
Eyes are peeled.
I'll take care of it.
More crustaceans skitter across the rocks in the tide pool. Who could I talk to right now that might have more hints?
For what do you linger here? The village is much too
Well, hold on.
For what do you linger here? The village is much too quiet.
Okay, that's... Can I talk to the dude on the pole?
I say that a bound man is usually a more welcoming sight than this.
You look at me for what? To watch me shrivel up in the sun?
Found the missing fruit. Winks at you, narrowing his eyes.
You'll want to speak with this knife-wielding baboon, Makumu.
I did. Tamao jerks his head, gestures the warrior.
What say? Is the bride imp ready for his confession?
Can I get any more information out of you? Guess we could talk to Karu one last time. No?
Let's keep quiet.
Excerpts from lecture given before the annual convention of the academic. Okay. We don't need any of this. Now for the food shortage, Ranu would ask for what I bring so many crabs from the beach. They take to the sands at midnight and scuttle around my feet, as hungry as the rest of us, I say. The work is difficult enough without them pinching my ankles and going after the prize. I thank Ngati for every day Ranu does not ask. The storm warms by day and cools by night. If this will get the job done, then even Kohapa may forgive me. Only at midnight can I check. Some days the tribe will know what I do, but until that day, Akira, no one may know. In the meantime, I say the beach is so lonely. What? Do I have to go down by the beach? I'm sleuthing, not stealing. This isn't my harbor.
I admire you, Shodi, for holding to your beliefs, even against the wishes of your superiors.
You really mean that?
Okay, where's the basket weaver?
You didn't much like me.
I mean it. It took me entirely too long to learn to do the same.
Oh, it's cool. It's just Senor Mittens. He's relatively harmless. What time of day is it? It's nighttime. Like, he should be down here? Maybe?
You need something?
Can I tell you about the basket weaver?
Yes. Hello. What?
Okay, it's almost midnight. So... Siegfried and Roy? Yeah, we don't do tricks. Oh, it'd be 4 hours to... Okay. Come over here. Wait till right before midnight. What a tease. I thought that was gonna be it.
No sign of my shipmates on the...
Does anybody know where the basket weaver is right now? Come on. Like, if I do it at midnight, will it be okay? Or can, like, I catch him on the way down here? Back in the hut. It's not gonna happen because it's raining. Like, all the questions I have. No, he's here.
I see your feet will not let you stay in one place.
Do you know anything about the fruit?
Only the Tamau who has slept like a fat tortoise, while the rest of us chew on reeds to fool our Ikira. No one could be less surprised. Tamau had this coming.
Okay, who admitted that he lied about it?
For what do you come to me then?
Wrong, he froze his brow and sniffs.
Guilty or no, being tossed to the waves is what Tamau deserves. I have no tears. He complained until the Ranga gave him my finest mats, and then left him out for the sport of beasts. Let the gods sort him.
Any other questions?
I do not stop you from asking.
Very well. Okay. That didn't give us anything. I feel like if we wait here, it's gonna come to this.
I know that look.
He gives you a conspiratorial smile. Don't seem to be getting along with Takehu. I don't even know how to say his name. I've heard it like a dozen times, but it's really, it just doesn't fit. Color flushes his cheek.
Small wonder I was a terrible spy. Am I truly so obvious?
Yes. He shakes his head seemingly to himself. Suddenly, a look of aggravation flickers through his face. His features contort in a fiendish parody of themselves.
Think a bookish lad like ye can feign dull? He's stewing on the fish-scaled one.
Elmir's voice is high with exasperation.
5 are the days when a bashin fixed all.
She sounds uncharacteristically tired.
Isilmir, your explosive temper creates as many problems as it solves. You just don't stick around for the aftermath. Anyway, it does seem Takehu and I have gotten off on the wrong foot.
Guy is kind of crazy, I forgot. Seems like a character with split personality is kind of a common theme in these games. Speak plainly with me, Ilas. We won't get anywhere mincing words.
Where to begin?
His eyes roll.
He thinks some skill with water and a head of tentacles make him Ondra's blessing on land.
Okay.
Fie, there is some kindness in the gods to give us such a spectacle.
Isilmir twists Ilas' lips in a brief smile, and he is standing right next to us. I just want to point that out.
Always wet, or does it just shine so? Suppose the rest of his hair is squirmy, even the parts? I'm certain he's a perfectly good entertainer, but I have my doubts about his reliability.
Holds his arms. He's loud and boastful, and you don't like that.
Well, of course not.
Remind you of Isilmir?
Fine, I half so pretty. Please. Isilmir may be uncouth, but at least she has some mettle.
Well, is back another look of irritation.
I apologize for any unseemliness on my part. This won't become a problem, I promise.
Better not. Even if it does, I don't really care that much. Oh, here he is.
Nice and quiet.
Totally didn't see us. No, don't steal from him.
For what do you follow me?
Seem awfully nervous. Something the matter?
Can a weaver not soak his feet in the cool sand? Our village has troubles, Akira. I go here to set mine afloat on Ngati's back.
He nods, indicate the peaceful lapping of waves. Senor Mittens, you get the truth out of him. He backs away as the companion advances, stumbling in the wet sand. Finally, he puts up his hand and lowers his head in surrender.
I stole the Koiki, not Tamao.
Okay, well there's your confession.
Ruanu would have us waste our last Koiki on a ceremony to the gods. I say the seeds must be harvested and planted.
He nods, resolute on the point even as he eases back.
So I hide them by the shore, where the sun warms the sand just so. And I wait.
Storing fruit in moderate heat source. Not a bad way to ease the seed open.
Akira, do you cultivate?
His eyes swell open with hope.
Koiki is tough, stubborn. It does not surrender without a fight. I let Amira's hot breath warm the heart of the seeds and tell them to grow.
So why frame the jerk? Why not explain it to the chieftain?
Ruanu would not understand. A Kuaru like me is no farmer. It is not my place to decide what is harvested. But if I can spring life from the Koiki seeds, then we have a chance to feed the tribe on a new crop. At least, what tribe still lives by the time the fruit grows?
Advances away in size. So it's just a question of what I tell Makumo.
Akira, but say nothing.
Rangi takes a step closer, his eyes widening.
If Ruana takes back the Koiki, we will grow nothing else in time to sustain the tribe.
I'll consider it.
I beg of you, for the good of the tribe, let Tumau meet the gods that the rest of us might eat again.
Well, I already took the fruit, so... Alright. I gotta tell the truth. I don't lie. So... I'm gonna let this guy know what's up.
Yes. Hello.
Rangi stole the Kawaki.
I can help.
The dagger bops in Makam's hand. Pinch glare hovering on tomorrow.
Kara, this is true? Why would Rangi do this?
He wanted the Kawaki seeds to sprout.
What say? He thinks a weaver knows better than the Ranga what to do with our fruit?
His grip tightens the hilt of the dagger.
Two traitors. But only one deserves death this day.
Resolved, Makun nods to himself and presses his lips together. Without another word, he passes you some bottles and shells. Do you need to really go kill him? I mean, honestly? He didn't actually go kill him, did he? Oh my god. Dude. Okay, my bad. That's, Huh. Huh. Yeah. So when you try to do all the right things... So how about the broodmother? Lives in a ravine on the island. Killing her scatter the rest of the creatures. Let's go kill the broodmother. Yeah. It'll make people happy. Man. I'm gonna have to let that one go. I figured I could go talk to him and be like, oh, well, you do need to feed your tribe. And he's like, no, I'm just gonna kill this dude. And then the jerk lived. It's a morally gray ending. One thing's for sure, I have not done a good job of saving lives in this game. Check out the beach. Something about the curve of the path ahead of you gives you pause. With obscure sight lines, you recognize this as a good site for an ambush. At the same time, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary. Actually, you don't hear anything at all. No hum of insects, no rustling of animals. Even the air has stilled. Investigate your surroundings. Always. I'm gonna give it to my hunter. Ranger. Success. As you move carefully forward, you spot a massive Lagothith slinking through the wild growth. Deep and crouched, the wilder towers among the tropical trees, and it wears a bleached skull on its head. Get closer to observe. Weird that I gave my warrior the most sneak. Well, even crouched, the wilder tower with a garbled yelp. The wilder abandons any attempt at subtlety and leaps to attack you. Maybe some more stealth to my ranger.
Onward.
Okay, what do we got here? Sigil of Atrophy. And it is, I don't know, can we hit this? I don't know. Let's try to hit this. You. Why have we not given you charge yet? You have jump. But if you keep using jump, you... I need to give her charge. That's all it comes down to. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Go ahead. Actually, you know what? Move you up, because I think you're too far back to be that much help right now. Alright, I want you to let loose the crazy. Oh my god, the Skull King tears 3 skulls. Uh-oh. Drop this here. Do this. Oh, okay, she's gonna get it. Defense. Turtle. Oh no. We gotta get this atrophy thing down. -2 to might. Oh my god, quickly get that atrophy thing down. I need you to help them. I want you to help. Oh, well, you're still casting that. You help get this thing down. Okay, good. I want you to... How many times did you get hit with that? Mage Slayer, Curse of Atrophy. Crap, it's a curse. You can't just get rid of those, right? Let's try. Nice.
Makes no difference.
And it did not help. Okay. Oh, good. That can still hit him. I mean, for being high level, he's not really offering that much of a
This is futile.
challenge.
After him.
Go ahead and put an arrow in him.
You like that? Yeah.
Yeah, you tell him. Yeah, I need to give him that ability to, like, flip away. Flip this thing over. You can't move because your shield is down. I don't like... Do this. Pop this. Alright.
Happy to oblige.
Why not?
Wonder what we missed out on because we weren't able to sneak up on them.
All right.
Natural born helper indeed. Are you gonna be playing any Dota or COD tonight? Dude, I cannot wait till my new place. My lighting's not terrible here, but I think I'm gonna do better with the lighting in my house. Oh, you're doing it right now? Dope, dope. Yeah, I'm off in a little bit anyways. I might jump on, watch it play before I take off tonight. Or go down for the night. Okay. The site of recent battles spreads before you. Bodies of the routed forces still lie where they fell. Okay, I don't need to read this every time I hit a battlefield. Search the location. Hour has passed. Alright, keep searching the location. Brigandine. Wow. More fireworks. Oh yeah. I will waste my life here. Where was it supposed to be? It was in the ravine on the island. Oh, the ravine's up there, but there's fruit here. Let's do this trail real quick. Things we should do soon is autosave. Oh, you're studying, thinking about whether you should play. Ah, gotcha. The scent comes upon you gradually as you travel. It smells of the kitchen of Kainua, of honey, cinnamon, and fresh bread, of meals shared with those now absent. Off the path, you catch a glimmer of movement, something large and bulbous stirring beyond the trees. Sneak close to observe. Why do we suck so bad at sneaking? We need one person that could, I don't know, not get spotted. Near the center of nearby clearing stands a Delimgen, tending a large spore. Looks like a dryad. Delimgen seems formed of the living tropics with vibrant flowers cresting her head. Her shape suggests that of an elf, complete with pointed ears. The Delimgen looks up as you enter the clearing, eyes widening slightly as she takes you in. She takes a few steps aside before reaching a protective hand to rest upon the large spore. Her attention remains on you. Like the cub that knows no better, you tread where others fear. Her voice rumbles like a falling tree. Tell us, why? I'm going to examine the spore. The bulbous fungus towers taller than Amwa, its flesh fronds hanging over its bulging stalk. A miasma of yellow dust hangs around it, gently stirring in the light breeze. A dank spore you can barely make out the recumbent form of some unfortunate kith tangled in its roots. The essence of the spore sucks from its victim, glimmering along its length. If it notices you, it will likely attack, and inhaling the spores clouding around it could confuse your senses. What fine lady like yourself doing in a dark wood like this? Zodi lists her trend and passion. Quiet droning like that of a beehive begins somewhere nearby. Do not trifle with us, Kith. You're pretty demanding for it. Wait, are you in trouble? Do you need help? She says nothing for a moment, her head tilted to the side. Why do you ask? Do you think we fear the spore? She smiles and brushes a hand along one of the spore's froths. We have nothing to fear here. Drawn by the scent, were you? Her voice sounds like the wisp of wind through the leaves. We do not know why the stubborn spore does this. He has rooted his meal. Spore shudders slightly, and you notice a thick tome tucked among its roots. Yeah, it smells amazing. She draws a mushroom cap from somewhere within her. We offer a gift, that we may part in peace. You may preserve the sanctity of this peace. Uh-oh. We'll eat the mushroom. Mushroom flavor explodes in your mouth, sweet tart, and you feel a tingling run the length of your body. The world seems to sharpen your thoughts to focus. The Delvian nods to you before she turns to tending the large spore. You leave her laid behind. Sometimes I like dance cautiously around what I should do. I think I miss things. Alright, let's search this location. Roll nature's mark. Nice. Well, the problem is like their ninja outfits are white, like pure white. The only fabric they had. The rumbling reaches your ears first, a low growl from the land, before being pierced by the cry of a distant bird. The ground sets to vibrating beneath your feet, a growing roar of stampeding beasts echoing around you. You press to rise to find the stampede has passed, now only a rumbling cloud in the distance. As the dust settles, you note that a few of the boar remain fallen and still, with a large feathered dart protruding from their fur. A single upright boar remains, a piglet that nudges its snout against one of the prone beasts. We're gonna sneak closer and observe. Actually, you know what? Wait and watch. Your vantage on the high ground offers a comfortable view of the boars. After a few minutes, lanky four-armed figure lope out of the cover tree, each patting around the boar on the ground. The fish head wilder gurgle and hiss at one another before crashing to the feast on their catch. The boar still alive squeals pitifully in protest. Ambush and attack. You creep forward, drawing your weapons. These things look different than us. We should kill them. As in all fantasy games. Sneaky, sneaky. Look at this curse that we have on us. Look at all the might we've lost.
Time to separate.
Oh, you're screwed, dude. Mage in base combat? Oh. You should switch to this. Oh, this. Alright. Can't scroll any further down. Okay, thanks. So everyone, attack him. Go. You pick up the chief. Thank you. Actually, I want you to go fight here. You're kind of stuck. You guys knock this thing down. You drop your shield and get ready for the fight. I want you to drop protection on everyone. You will throw this at him. What song are you playing? You need to be...
Release me.
You need to play B. Okay. Actually use this.
Son of a cur!
Yeah. Really though, put an arrow in him.
Take this.
Getting it a little bit hard. Okay. She's frozen in place. Not the best. It's okay. We will use Nature's Bomb. Wait, is it Nature's Bomb or... Oh, but that's... You gotta be close for that. This. Yeah, she's back. Do this. Quickly. Oh no! Oh, that's fine. Only second wind. Cool. Go ahead and mark the echoing strike. You magic missiles.
This does not work.
Let's go. I shan't miss again.
He went down. So magic missiles.
Not what I was intending.
Yes?
Very good. Run up on that. Oop. Run up on that. some reason I thought that would cause flings. It doesn't look like it did. Well. And I could have used knockdown, which would have probably been the wiser move. Ooh. Plus 10 area of effect. Warhammer? That's cool.
I'll handle this.
No trouble at all.
And too bad we didn't save the little piggy. Could have had a little piggy pet. Or is it still up here? No, it's dead. D-E-D, dead.
Leave it.
I mean, at least it's good food. Look how high up we are. Alright. Hate to make it such a short stream, but I gotta get sleep. I'm very tired. I might be on tomorrow. If I'm not on tomorrow, fingers crossed, I will be on Sunday night at my new house with the new lay of the land. So should be good. Yeah, it'll probably be in the afternoon sometime. I don't know, but yes. So come Sunday, we will be back to my regular schedule of trying to play every night, with few nights that I take off here and again. But yeah. So if I don't see you tomorrow, which maybe I'll get some time in, it all depends on when Amazon delivers a package. They don't seem to deliver packages early at my new place, so it's something I'm gonna have to get used to. But fingers crossed. And if I don't see you then, I will see you all Sunday. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all the lurkers. Sergeant Nugget, thanks for stopping by as always. And remember, if you point and click on their face, you will tend to win any fight in any FPS. Words of wisdom. You take that with you. Alright. See y'all later.